Right, so I'm going to do a demonstration. I talk about working about 5 times or so quicker than the average window cleaner that I know around my area, and one way of gauging that was because the guy who used to do the house that I live in now, he told me it took him he charged £20 and he was doing it in 50 minutes. And the guy knows that I was a window cleaner, and he still had the well, cheek, I suppose, to ask me if I still wanted his services. Now, he ain't the slowest window cleaner that I know around here, but it took him 50 minutes to do, and this job will take me roughly about 10 minutes to do. So I've got all my gear on. Let's put a little bit of water on my washer and let's get to work. I've got my scrub gloves on as well if I need them. Always helps in cutting down time. So first of all, put my soap on the glass and I'll rub it in. Now, there's people who say I can't work like this because they can't carry the soap around with them. So how do I carry my soap? Very easily, I put it in a pouch that has a bottle holder, or you can buy bottle holders that just accessories that you can add to your belt setup anyway. Not a problem. It's only a problem when you make it a problem. Other excuses is, well, I can't work like this because it's going to slow me down adding soap to the glass. Well, if they didn't work so hard and so long with their technique and their tools, choice of tools they're using, then they could spare the 5 seconds or so to add the soap to the glass, and then they'll be outperforming, outmaneuvering, outpositioning what they are doing at present with their traditional working setup. So that window's done. So what it's all about is this speed that I have is not doesn't come down to working fast. It comes down to positioning, precision, accuracy, and making no mistakes. So the faster you go, the more mistakes you're going to make, plus your detailing, because most window cleaners don't use liquidators. There's a lot of mistakes that need rectifying. Now, decent window cleaners would have a 100% results on the glass as well as the frames, so they will do the extra work that's involved with the detailing and fixing all the mistakes. So I just bypass that. What else do I bypass? I bypass all the extra moves that people make. So you see there, minimum movement. Got a 10-inch squeegee here, and I'm making minimum movement. I'm getting the coverage optimal, and this is what makes me quicker than anybody who's working fast, making loads of moves. It's just simple arithmetic. So I used 10-inch up there for all the windows there, 2 different size windows. I'm going to use 2 different size squeegees on this one, because this one here, the middle one, is quite a large pain. So I'm going to use a 14-inch here. Again, minimum movement. Not using momentum, I'm using minimum movement. Precision, accuracy, skill. Where do I get all this skill and accuracy from? Not just from my precision tool, but from my working setup. Look at the mess that I've left behind. Very easy to mop up, very dry, very light, highly concentrated. That allows me to make one pass moves, taking the dirt off the glass very quickly. I'm not making sloppy mess everywhere. So I just had a comment from someone just criticising things that other people are saying about me. Let me just put this camera back on my head. a little bit more comfortable. So yeah, I get a lot of criticism from people. I get criticism from people who don't like what I say, don't like what I can do, and why I outline my way of working is more beneficial. Just like this, for example. Minimum movement, getting the job done in the least amount of time possible, using the least amount of effort. People have a problem with what I say. Why? Because of what I'm obviously highlighting better ways of working, and I'm just upsetting standard ways of working. It'd be annoying, this camera. I don't know why it don't sit on my head. The other one does, and they're exactly the same cameras. So yeah, I mean, a lot of it's to do with ego. People don't no, they think their way of working is better, their tools that they use are better. If I use any other tool, I'm going to be working harder and slower and earn less money. And people just don't grasp the fact that the things that I say is just 100% common sense. They have a problem with it, and it's to do with an ego issues. Now people will say, well, you've got an ego because you're saying your way of working's better, your tools are better. Well, it's not up for debate really, is it? Everything I say I prove, I show, time and time again. It's not up for debate. And when I say that I'm 5 times quicker than the regular window cleaners around here, minimum 5 times quicker, well, if these guys who were doing this job took 50 minutes, he did a good job. He's a good window cleaner, as in getting great results. Just takes him forever to do it. I'm showing a much easier, much more efficient, much more effective way of working, and that's to do with my working setup. These tools that people, a load of window cleaners on YouTube can't use. They can't use because it leaves lines, smears, smudges. How many lines and smears and smudges am I showing right here? How easy and the flow work that I've got, just effortlessly done. Got to readjust my hold on a sec. So this is me working, obviously restricted. I've got something on my eyesight. I'm having to readjust the camera all the time. I'll still get it done in 10 minutes. So I actually don't just go with sight. I'm working with huge restriction of sight here. I go with feel as well. So I'm feeling my way around that frame. I'm relying more on the feel than actually seeing what I'm doing. So that's another thing that I use in my arsenal of working. I feel it. And with these liquidator tools, you feel it a lot more. You experience the feeling much more against the frame than you do with regular tools. So if I was using any other tool right now, I'd be working harder and slower. And people have an issue with what I just say. What I say, it's like if I said the sun was sunny or bright, hot, they'd argue that fact. No, it's not. No, I talk with high common sense, and it's these people with these ego issues that have to debate and argue, criticise, put me down. I just say things how they are, and you know, I know it annoys people. I understand that. I outline that using other tools, using other ways of working takes longer, takes more effort. It's hard for some window cleaners to digest, and it's upsetting for them. So they have to lash out and criticise, put me down for just speaking the honest truth. but it doesn't really put me off with what I do, because what I do, the information that most people watch will enjoy it, and they will congratulate me because I help people in the long run. That's what it's all about. I wouldn't put information out if it, first of all, didn't make sense, if it wasn't true, and if people wasn't benefiting from it. Oh, that bloody sponge has come out again. You know, I won't be making these videos because they'd just be redundant. So let's put this camera off my head. Right, mop that up. Oh. So look at the mess that I've made. Very easy to mop up, very convenient, and again that's all to do with this working setup that I've got. It's goes against the grain of most window cleaners, but everything I do and say goes against the grain of most window cleaners. But if it didn't work for me, then I wouldn't be saying about it, I wouldn't be doing it. I'd be working more traditional, and I would never go back to working traditional. I'd never go back to using regular tools. I'm very happy that I can work as quick as I can, or as I do, without using a lot of effort and hard work. So the tools that I used allowed me to work easier, more effective, more efficiently, and one thing took about 10 minutes to do that job. And as I said, the other window cleaner used to, well, he struggles every day with his work. Expensive, charges a lot more than me, but I outperform him by 4 to 5 times. So yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. Very straightforward, easy job to do. What do I rely on? First of all, I rely on a soap solution that I apply directly. Takes what, 5 seconds of my time. I get the performance, I get the controllability, which allows my precision tools to glide effortlessly, do a 100% job, and I put the positioning and the precision and the accuracy all together. That allows me to work a lot quicker than a fast window cleaner. What's the problem with working fast? Well, you make too many moves, you make too many mistakes, all needs rectifying with a cloth. My cloth is this, didn't need touching once. This is the cloth that I relied on. It's sorted out all the framework suds. And how much dripping did I get off that framework? Hardly anything. Look how wet it is. Not wet hardly at all. That's how I work, that's how I do things. And there are a very few percentage of people that have a problem with what I say and what I do. But the majority of people like to listen, like to learn. And the things that I do and the things that I say has never been done or shown before. And that's what makes me unique. Everybody's unique anyway, but I don't do the traditional way of working. Why? Because I found very early on in my window cleaning career there are easier, better, smarter, more efficient ways of working. And that was the working setup. And then I started to look into modifying tools, make them work more precise, and we come up with this. This tool outperforms any other tool that there is. The people who struggle with these tools is because they don't want to follow my working setup. They don't want to follow my ways of working. They can stick to however they want, and they can use whatever tools that they want to use. That's up to them. But they got these tools, but they can't use them. They'll take out this channel and they'll put a standard channel in. They're working harder than they need to. All they need to do is change their working setup, change their mindset, change their ability, and that's all done by this working setup. This soap makes things so simple, but if they want to work the way they want to work, that's up to them, right? They've got tools that they can't use. Would I use any other tools? Nope. Why would I need to? Why would I need to work harder and slower and earn less money? Doesn't make sense, does it? So that's it. That's the video. This is the sort of style of work that I do when it comes to residential work. Same applies for commercial work. I'm always looking for that positioning. Positioning is very important. Getting that coverage, maximise the coverage of the squeegee that you're using on that pane of glass. That's why I use certain size squeegees for certain size windows. I don't really need accelerators for that work. Very easy, very simple to do. So most of my squeegees were just standard modified flattened out handles. This is a commercial and residential tool. I only need it for large windows, but this is mainly used on commercial work anyway, along with my 22-inch liquidator as well. So I hope you enjoyed it. I better check this video off because I don't want to go too long. That's how I work. I aim for 0 mistakes, 100% results, using precision and positioning, which makes me very, very quick in my overall work. And it's all about being in control of what you're doing, controlling the squeegee, controlling the solution coming off, making as least mess as possible. That is what makes me quicker than fast window cleaners.